Hi everyone, it's Dannii. So long time no see again. I know I'm the worst YouTuber in the world and my uploads are so sporadic that you probably don't even remember me anymore, but I just wanted to upload a video today and film a video today because I have just been really in the mood to get my blog and YouTube going again, and I'll talk about that throughout the video because I'm going to do sort of a chatty get ready with me video for a sort of autumn inspired makeup look, which is wearable for every day. So I'm just going to pin back my hair. I don't want to tie it up because I have curled it and I don't want to ruin that. So yeah, I'm just going to pin my hair back, and then I've got my little basket of makeup here which I'm just going to use on my face today. So I'm starting off with NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Stromboli. I did have this quite a while ago. I think I used it in my last YouTube video and I'd literally just repurchased it then, and yeah, I've been loving it since then. It's a really lovely foundation for the daytime or the evening because it doesn't have any SPF and it's kind of a natural medium coverage. So yeah, I'm just dotting this all over my face. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take the Burberry Fresh Glow Primer Luminous Fluid Base in Nude Radiance, and this is just a really pretty champagne-y pinky kind of colour, and it's sort of like an all over highlight, and I'm just going to apply this to my face as well. And then I'm just going to blend them both together. So I've just washed my brushes for the first time in a long time. So yeah, as I was saying, obviously my uploads have been really sporadic, and I think that's partly because I just wasn't happy with my channel and my blog, and I didn't know what direction I wanted to take everything in, and because my blog was called What I Call Beautiful, I kind of wanted to keep it mainly beauty, but my interests were really shifting away from beauty, so I was finding it really difficult to focus my blog and my YouTube around that. So I've been doing a lot of thinking because I have been reading a lot more blogs lately and watching videos again a lot more lately, and I've noticed quite a few people are kind of transitioning and changing their names and reverting sort of to their actual real names, or just changing their name up a bit to reflect sort of their style at the moment. So obviously I'm not trying to follow and do what everyone else is doing, but because I have literally been thinking about this for maybe a year and a half now, but I was way too scared, so I thought, oh well, people definitely won't pay attention to me if I change my name because I have no idea who I am. But because I've seen other people doing it, I thought, okay, it's accepted most of the time, so I will just jump on the bandwagon and go for it and change my blog name and my YouTube name. And I'm just applying a bit more of this foundation, by the way. So next I'm just applying my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard with this brush from Real Techniques. I can't really remember what it's called. It was part of a set they did a long time ago. I don't know if they still do it. It's the Deluxe Crease brush. So anyway, as I was saying, changing up my name. So yeah, before I had XODJO as my Twitter and Instagram, and What I Call Beautiful as my blog and YouTube, and I did kind of like them, but they just never really fit, and I wanted everything matching, and I kind of just went for What I Call Beautiful because I was doing beauty and it was kind of one of the only things I could think of. Yeah, I'm just blending this out. I'm so bad at doing my makeup and talking, so I'm kind of just taking little breaks. So yeah, I'm changing it up. I'm just going to be changing it to Danielle Jasmine, I think. You'll see anyway. I'm going to write a blog post all about the change and why I'm changing and sort of what my style is going to be moving forward. I'm going to write a post about it once I've finalised the name, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to choose Danielle Jasmine, which is my first and middle name, and I just feel like it's the best thing to go for because then that way it kind of just shows that my blog and my YouTube are going to reflect me and whatever I'm loving at the time, not necessarily beauty or fashion or fitness or lifestyle or anything, just what I'm loving, and I can make it a lot more personal. I am toying between the idea of calling it Dannii J Style because I do love fashion at the moment and I can see myself loving fashion for the foreseeable future, and I can see myself always blogging about it because I have been interested in fashion for a long time. But again, I don't want to call it that and then have myself in a few years time find that I'm not blogging about fashion as much and I'm blogging more about lifestyle or more about food, because then it just wouldn't fit. So yeah, I'm just blending some more concealer around my nose and around my mouth. So anyway, that's all about the name change and why I'm doing it, and I'm hoping that now I'm going to be a lot more happy with my blog name and everything, and I can really settle in a style. I'm hoping that it will make me more enthusiastic again to do videos, because I really loved filming videos. I just didn't know what my style was and I didn't know what kind of videos I wanted to do, but I think having more of a free name will help me be a lot more free with my video choices, because I do love everything from fashion, vlogs, fitness, food, beauty, travel. I love all those things, and I'd love to be able to include all of them on my channel and my blog. Anyway, enough rambling on about that. I'm going to just kind of get back to the makeup and make this more of a regular get ready with me. So I'm just brushing through my brows with the Chantecaille, what's this called, waterproof brow definer, and then I'm just going to draw on the tail of my brows with this. I always change up what I do with my brows just because I can never decide what kind of product I like using best, so I kind of have a pencil and a powder on hand at all times. Okay, so after I use the pencil to kind of fill in the tail of my brow and the kind of centre bit, I then use the Bobbi Brown Brow Kit, and this is the shade Saddle / Mahogany, so it's got these two kind of cool toned brown shades. I use them in the front section of my brows so that's a bit softer at the front and not so harsh and blocky. Okay, and then lastly for brows, I just set everything in place with the Bobbi Brown Natural Brow Shaper in clear, and I thought I'd lost this for literally like 2 months, and then I found it in the bottom of my brush pot, so I'm so happy I didn't have to repurchase this. It is literally the best brow gel I've ever tried. And then moving on to face, I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier contour palette, and it just looks like this. It's got 3 contour shades and 2 highlight shades, and I'm just going to use the #1 contour shade, which is the lightest one, with the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in 301. I'm not really sure what this is actually called. And yeah, I'm just going to contour my cheekbones. I absolutely love this palette. It's so easy to use and so natural looking. I never have any issues with this, and it never looks cakey and it never looks patchy, so it's just perfect for whether you're a contouring newbie or an expert. And I also put a little bit on my temples. And then just to deepen the contour up a little bit, I'm going to use the #2 contour shade. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to move on to my highlight, and I'm just using the Topshop Glow Pot in Polished. I'm not sure if they still do this shade because I have had it for quite a long time, but it's just so pretty. It's a really nice pearly white champagne kind of shade, and it just blends really beautifully into the skin. And if they don't have this shade, I'm sure all of the other shades are beautiful as well, because the actual formula of the product is probably what's the best thing about it. And I'm just going to put a little bit kind of above my brows as well, and then a little bit up my nose. And why not on my cupid's bow too. Going all out with the highlight today. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bronze with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light, and this is just a really pretty goldeny warm brown shade, and it has really nice subtle shimmer in it, so it helps to sort of make your face really nice and glowy as well, which I probably didn't need too much glow because of the highlighter I just used, but I just love to use this kind of almost all over, just in the points where the sun would naturally hit. And I'm so happy I'm going on holiday in, I think it's 2.5 weeks time now, which I'm so excited for. I haven't been on holiday in about 8 years, and I'm going to Cape Verde, and it's going to be so hot and nice and sunny and warm and beautiful, and I can't wait to get a nice tan and just relax for a whole week. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of blusher. I don't want to apply too much blusher because the cheeks are already quite bronzed and highlighted, so I'm just going to use the Burberry Fresh Glow blush in Tangerine because this is just a really nice subtle peachy pink. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is eyeshadow, and I'm just going to use the Hourglass palette in Infinity. This is one of the Modernist palettes and I absolutely love these. I'm just using this one, so I want to go for more of a matte eyeshadow look today. So I'm going to start off by applying this shade here, which is kind of like a warm peachy brown shade. I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. And just blend it out a little bit. I'm just using a H&M eyeshadow brush, which I've had for years, and it was about £3, but I absolutely love it. And then when that's all blended, I'm just going to take this shade here, which is kind of a more cool tone brown shade, and I'm just going to apply that in the crease with a MAC 217. And then I'm also going to apply a bit of that same shade under my eyes with a MAC 239. And I'm just going kind of halfway. Like this. And then I'm just going to blend it all out with this NARS brush, which I have no idea what it's called, but it's just their big fluffy blending brush. I think they only have one. And this one's just really, really nice and big and soft, and it blends so, so well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just apply some mascara. I'm using my favourite mascara, which is the Kevyn Aucoin The Essential Mascara, and I'm just going to apply this lightly because I am going to use false lashes today, and I haven't used them in literally like 2 years, but I really wanted to try them out for a daytime look. And I'm also going to apply mascara to my bottom lashes. Okay, so now I'm going to apply false eyelashes for the first time in about 2 years on camera, which could go really badly, but I really wanted to include them in this look to show that you can wear false lashes in the daytime and have them look natural. So I'm using the Ardell Dannii Wispies, I think these are. They might just be the regular Wispies. It just says Wispies, but I bought these like 2 years ago, so I really can't remember. And I'm just going to use the Eyelure lash glue today. I've never used this one before, but I was about to film this video and then I realised I didn't have any lash glue, so I had to go up to Boots really quickly, and this is the only one they had, which looked decent. So I just got this one, so yeah, let's see if this works. So first of all, I'm just going to measure these up to my eye and see if they're the right size. Yeah, I think they should be okay. So, no cutting required, which is great because I really can't be bothered with that today. So yeah, if I remember correctly, you just apply a thin strip of glue to the lash and then leave it to set for 20 or 30 seconds. So now we wait. Okay, so lashes are finally on, and I thought I may as well take my hair down now because I don't need it away from my face. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more mascara to my bottom lashes just to make everything look a bit more balanced. And then lipstick wise, I had a few choices, but I think I'm going to go for a deep red. So I'm going to be using MAC Media lipstick and MAC Burgundy lip pencil, and I love this combination together because it's just a really beautiful deep dark true red, and as you can see the colour of the lipstick is very dark. So I'm just going to start by lining my lips just to make sure that the line is really clean and sharp. So that's liner done, and then I'm just going to apply the lipstick. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you like it. It is a little bit more dramatic than I was expecting because the lashes are a bit bigger than I was expecting, but I do still like it, and I think it would be really great for a day out shopping with your friends, or a day of lunch meetings, or any kind of daytime thing which you want to look a little bit more put together for, rather than just a day where you're lounging around the house like I do most days. So all of the products that I used will be listed in the down bar, along with all of my relevant links and any information you will need to know about this video. So please do give this video a like if you did enjoy it. It just lets me know that my videos are appreciated and what kind of videos you guys like best. And do subscribe to see more of my videos. I'm going to try and do it every Sunday, but I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things, so do bear with me if it's not every single Sunday. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!